Alright, and welcome to No Man's Land yet again. As you can see, we are just filling up the greenhouse. I noticed it was very low, so off screen I've been filling this one up. I have been testing the windrow as well. I think this is the last load for the greenhouse. Yeah, and we also set it to lettuce instead of tomatoes. But yeah, let's just fill up the water tanker. I think we just park it now by the filling station just here. But yeah, we have been filling this one up off screen. It was running as low as it could. I think it was only like 2,000 liters left. And in this episode we will do the baling, hopefully, and the windrowing. I can see that it is going to snow in the game. Let's just see, around 1 o'clock. So we should have enough time to get the field windrowed and then baled as well. I'll just fill this one up. Just park it here. Then we go fetch the windrow. I did also take all the stuff back to the farm just off screen. So I put the windrower just here. This is a funny machine though. It has like no unfolding capability. You need to do it all manually, like you do with the hydraulics, using either your joystick or J, K, N and M key. Let's see here, I'll just show you. Unfold by hydraulic means, and this is a weird lower and raise thing. I don't really know what it does, but we will have to find out. So the windrow's on, and we will be going. I just tested it on this tiny strip just here. Well, it's just there. Didn't it take the first one? Have it? I'm unsure. This, by the way, has no speed limiter, so you need to be careful of how fast we are actually going. We need to unfold it. Get the full width. So yeah, as I said, this has no... Oh, let's go the other way around. That's way easier. But this has no speed limiter, so this will actually go 42 kilometers per hour, which is insanely fast. I know it's a mechanically driven windrow. Seems like it's skipping a little bit just there. We'll do it like this instead. Some slightly overlap. I just tested it real fast. I think it seems like an okay windrow. I think this is an American style windrow. I live in Europe and I've never really seen one of these in action. I've seen some on some farms just in the corner, in the sheds, but I've never seen them in action actually. So this is just mechanically driven. When you go forward, the wheel starts to turn due to the direction you drive, and then picks up the grass or hay or whatever and just push it to the side. I think I'll set a speed limiter for this one, because this is kind of hard to control. So let's do 20. And auto run to drive. But this is a funny machine. I mean, the working width is pretty decent though, it seems, and we can collect some pretty huge swath with this one. I'm not sure we are going to do that, due to the simple fact that our baler is only a 300 liter baler, and if you do too large swath in the game, the baler might just spit them out like a crazy person. So I think we do like this and then turn around and do the swath from the opposite direction. There's much more hay here than first expected. Actually surprised how big swath it makes, only from these tiny bits. It's not the easiest one to drive with, but I'll manage. But yeah, the swath seems way bigger than what I've expected, so I think we have a ton of bales of those small ones here from the hay. I mean, that's a good thing. It'll take quite some time to load up, but I'll load some of them, and then I think we jump cut the rest of them, so we don't like... We won't do a full episode of just loading bales. Let's just say that. That would be way too tedious. But actually, I kind of like this windrow, even though it's 100% mechanical. And it does quite a good job, actually. There is some with the hitbox, though. It doesn't reach to the full extent, but it has a decent reach. When first you get it, you sort of, you know, work around it. But you can see, like, the outer wheel just to the right. It seems like that's not part of the hitbox, so you need to, like, drive with that as an overlap. And then it throws it into, like, the inner wheel. But hey, it was cheap. And it works. That's the most important thing here. So yeah, we'll just take the baler straight away and go to work. We won't go into the snowy season and baling. And when we have baled them up, we stack the bales and sell them. I think the price for hay right now is the best as it gets. But we have to look that up. Otherwise, we just store them and sell them when the price is okay. And then we skip until we have something to do. For now, we're doing 1 day per month in the game. At a later stage, I'm most likely will change that. So we do... Just unfold this one. So we most likely will do 2 or 3 days per month. But since we have absolutely nothing to do in the winter period just now, we will just keep it as 1 day per month. So let's go store this, pick up the baler, and start the baling process. I think the tomatoes just sold. We did put that to selling, since we have 700 credits more than what we started with. Oh yeah, this is offset. Wow. Not easy to back up with. Not going to work. It's a bit off, but okay. Out to the baler. I haven't tested this baler, by the way, so I don't know if it would even do hay, but I can see why it wouldn't. This is... Need to unfold this. Yeah, and it goes to the right side, yes. I look forward to using this tiny bar baler here. I don't hope that chute works like as a chute. Oh, just out here. Almost forgot. Lower, turn on. It does hay. That's perfect. Oh, it's slow. Oh wow. That's much more slower than what I expected. And the bales are produced way faster than I expected as well. We won't do the headland, to be honest. Then it will just drop the bales in a very awkward position. Weave in between them. I don't want that. Oh, okay, it doesn't shoot them out, it just drops them. That's good. So yeah. We are baling here. And we will have a ton of bales, I can already tell. I like the dust coming from the baler though, even though it's hay. Not that dusty, not as dusty as straw. But I like the feature about it. Yeah, as you can see, it almost spits them out every 10 meter. So yeah, we will definitely have a ton of bales. It will take forever to load. I don't know if you can get an autoloader for these small bales. I think you can. I think actually there's a base game one, but we can definitely not afford anything base game just by now. So yeah, this really produced some bales. My guess is... what? Let's just see. Like 100? Does this count towards bales? Just have to check. I can't find the info. There it is. Yeah, bales produce 17. Yeah, so these counts towards bales. So I'd say 150? Yeah. I'll say 150 bales for this field. But we'll have to see. So I will definitely jump cut some of this out, because this job and the next job will take forever to do, especially with only 10 kilometers per hour. I'll just set this to auto drive. And yeah, I'll see you in the end of this job. I might be very wrong on the amount of bales. I actually think we have way more than 150, but we'll find out very soon. Can't increase the capacity, can you? No, just one capacity. So yeah. I think we have way more than 150 bales. I mean, it's good. It's very good, but it should be producing quite the income. I mean, for the minimum effort, and we have a job to do in the winter period. That's kind of good, because we're still just waiting for the fields to germinate and grow. So it's a good winter job, but holy moly, there's a lot of bales. So this is a case where I might use, if I can find these teleportation autoloaders, I might use these in the future. I mean, the baler is great, But this is immense. I mean, this is not even fertilized. It's not a field. It's not rolled. It's not limed. It's not nothing. And we have a ton of bales already. So this is definitely a job where I wouldn't mind use one of these teleportation autoloaders. Otherwise, this is just too immense. Or increase the baler, but I haven't really found any cheap baler that can produce big bales. Or bigger bales. So this is the only alternative we have by now that is within our economy range. It's a great baler though. It's a bit slow. It took me like half an hour to do this field alone almost. Let's remove these. And I'm not even using super strength to move these, I'm just moving them by hand because they are so small that you can. Which is nice. So yeah. I have to say my guess on 150 bales is awfully wrong. You ask me now. I haven't checked or anything. I don't know the numbers yet, but we will just in a second when we have done the last swath just here. But I might reckon we have closer to 250, maybe even 300. And we have to move all of this by hand and with the trailer. That's going to be a job. So there, the last tiny bit. I don't think we missed anything else. No. So we shut it off, unload. Yeah, 4 more. So let's see. 204. 204. I missed some tiny bits here and there, but that's okay. I mean, we still have 204, 300 liters, so that's a little more, 60,000 liters. I have to time that up by... Oh, I missed the root just there. Can I remove it with the chainsaw? Of course I can. Oh, still buggy. I mean, that's okay. It's a tiny root. So we'll park up the baler, and then I think we used the car and the trailer for this one. We could use the lid on the pickups as well. Because I think we have to run multiple times or do one massive unstable load. But the car seems like very jumpy and moving around a lot if you overload the trailer by too much. I'm having a really hard time backing these offset machinery in right now. Don't know why. Let's park it here. Fetch the car and the trailer. Should be attached to the trailer if I'm not mistaken. Or we could use that trailer, but I don't know if you can unload it or if sometimes in this game the trigger for selling bales is not high enough so that the bottom of the trailer doesn't hit the hitbox for the selling point. So I think we just do it like this with the car and the trailer. It will take some time, but I will definitely cut most of it out. Otherwise it would just be one episode of me loading bales manually. There's no fun in that. We want somewhat of progression. So yeah, here we are. Let's undo the straps. And start picking up the bales. I'll stack them as neatly as I can. Oh, they have no... Oh, wow. This is going... Wow. That won't be an easy job, I think. They don't collide with the hitbox. Okay. Good. I don't want them to explode as well. Sorta. I think that'll be okay. I mean, I have released it. Nothing happened. They have a hitbox. This is all new to me. I can't remember for how long. I haven't done the small bales on FS in any of the FS games. We should, maybe. Please don't explode on me. I don't know if you know this, but this game has a weird... you can see they start to... Yeah. Don't. That is what I meant by exploding. Or we could just do it messy. Throw them up here. See how many we fit. And then run multiple times. Yeah, I think we just do that for now. Way faster way of doing it. And I won't time-lapse too much of this due to the running around with the bales and camera moving around very fast, so I don't want you guys to get seasick or motion sick. Oh, it started to snow now. Just in time. That's good. So yeah, I'll jump cut much of this out, and I'll sell some in between, and in the end we'll see what we get for the entire load. Oh, this is not very neatly stacked at all, but need to turn this one on again. How do I sell it? Oh, okay. I haven't even checked the price, to be honest. Just sold. I was so focused on selling them. 183. Oh wow, that's very close to. That's good. So I will stack up the next one more neatly, but you won't see me do it because it takes forever. So I'll go back to the field, stack some more up, and get ready to sell the next load. And yeah, as you can see, it really started to snow. So my guess is that there will be snow either now, later in this episode, or I don't know in the next one, because we don't have anything to do until I think June. But yeah, as you can see, this is full throttle, by the way. I've been going all the way up here with only like roughly 5 to 7-ish kilometers per hour. And we have 36,000 liters. Let's sell them. Wow, that was a good loadout, but I can definitely tell you that we are doing some sort of an autoloader in the future episodes, because this has taken, let me just see, I don't know if you noticed before, was it the info screen? Just there. When we checked before the baling, it said 41 minutes. It has taken me more than an hour of actual gameplay just now to load up, I think, 2/3 of the field. Now we can go back. I even tried to hitch the tractor on the trailer, and the trailer was still too heavy, so the tractor only went like 4 kilometers per hour as well. I mean, for the output, we definitely need the income from this. But we also are going to use some sort of a an autoloader, because this is taking a ton of time to actually do. I actually just stopped the recording because there's no reason why that file size needs to be that large when I'm cutting most of it out anyway. As you can see, the tractor's just parked there. I tried to tow the tractor, but it wouldn't. It was the same business as with the car. Well, I'll show you how far I've got, and then I load up the last one. You can see it's only this. Oh, we actually got way further than I expected. So these ones are just going to get thrown up or thrown onto the trailer. I'm not going to stack these neatly anymore. I have been doing that for the past hour, and holy moly, it took some time. It was neatly stacked though, and it almost went wrong, like on the top layer of the trailer. It almost exploded on me. I couldn't even see when I drove with the car. It started to like wiggle around. And I was just crossing my fingers, like, for it to not to explode. So, I mean, I loved the. It looked good and stuff, but holy moly, 1 hour just to do. I mean, I've spent like the past 50 minutes just stacking up these bales very neatly. It's not that it's not worth it, but it's just too much effort for the output here, if you ask me. So we will definitely see if we can buy like an autoloader if we need to keep this. Not if we need to keep the baler, because we need to keep the baler, but if we're going to use that baler for quite some while, I will check for one of these teleportation autoloaders. I think there's one in the base game. Just check here. I think there's one bale loading trailers. Some bales. This one. 120 centimeters, so yeah. This one, right? Stacks 14 bales. But I mean, even if it stacks 14 bales, we had 204 bales in this tiny field here. Well, it's not tiny, it's quite the field, but still 204. We had to go like almost, what's that, like 16 times back and forth. That's a great big deal of traveling as well. But yeah, I'll just stack these up, guys, and I'll see you at the sell point. And we won't do, or we can't do bales for quite some while. We will do the straw bales when we get to that. I'll see you at the sell point. So I just did some calculations to see if the tether was actually worth it. And in my calculations, I get like 204 bales times 300 liters. That's 61,200. So we say 61.2 times 151 for the max price for grass. That's 9,241. 61.2 times we sold at 182 is 11,138. So it's roughly, the investment of the tether is roughly 2,000. 2,000 more credits we got from the load, and the tether was what, 5,500 roughly. So like one more load on that size of field. It's definitely worth it, if you ask me. I mean, it's 2 times the amount we need to sell. Or 2 times we need to do the hay, and then it would be worth it if we sell it at the max price. But as they fluctuate both the grass and the hay roughly at the same time, the difference between the prices would be the same anyway. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a field. If we made it a field, fertilized it, sow some grass, plowed it, limed, whatever we need to do, you know, if we could field or yield increase by 100%, it would just be like 1.5 time we needed to do the field with the tether, and it's actually has, you know, bought itself for the increasement. So I think it was a good investment. I would have liked the 6 meters though, since the process is a little bit slow, but I mean, that's okay. Everything has a start. So and to be honest, guys, the weather in this is very bad. The last field hasn't germinated yet, and we need some cleanup. And yeah, so I'll think we just call it an episode here, and then jump cut to the it didn't stop snowing. So let's just see before we end. We can't do anything in February. We have planted and seeded all the fields, so we need to go all the way to June before we can do anything. So if nothing happens, I'll skip to May or June, roughly, I think. And I'll have a look at the used equipment sales now that we actually have some money. But I think the money is... we are heavily investing in the chickens, so we could go for the chickens roughly in May or June. So we just park this here, some of that, and then we park the tractor. So yeah, as I said, I think we heavily invest in the chickens from this one on, but we need to have the fields ready to harvest before we do, because we have absolutely no feeding, no food for the chickens. But we definitely have enough for the chicken coop. I know it's a cheap one, the modded one, but hey, we need to get some sort of more income to progress. So yeah, we will invest in the chickens very soon, I'll promise you that. And thanks for watching this one, guys. See you in the next one. Bye for now.